Imagine you have lived your entire life on a chaotic, storm-tossed sea. Your identity, your skills, your very sense of being alive, were forged in your ability to navigate the giant waves, to survive the thunder, to keep the ship from capsizing. The constant crisis, the adrenaline, the high-stakes drama, that was your normal. That was what felt like life. And then one day, after a long and exhausting journey, you finally sail into a calm harbor. The water is still. The sky is clear. The wind is a gentle whisper. There are no waves to fight. There is no storm to survive. There is only peace. And your first terrifying and deeply confusing thought is, this is so boring. This is for the person who has done the hard work of healing, the one who has survived the chaos, who has calmed their inner storm, and has now found themselves in the strange, unfamiliar landscape of peace. You have changed. The constant anxiety that once fueled you has quieted. The need for drama, for intensity, for the roller coaster of highs and lows, has faded. And in its place, there is a gentle stillness. But you look at this new, quiet self, and you feel a flicker of panic. You ask yourself, have I lost my spark? Have I lost my edge? Have I become boring? Today, we are going to reframe that question entirely. Because you have not become boring. You have become regulated. You have not lost your personality. You have finally found a safe enough space for your authentic self to rest. And what you are calling boring is actually the most exciting, most radical, and most hard-won achievement of all. It is peace. Let's start by understanding the brain's relationship with chaos. A brain that grew up in an environment of trauma, drama, or instability gets accustomed to a certain neurochemical cocktail. It gets used to the constant drip of the stress hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline. Your nervous system learns that the feeling of being on high alert, of being in fight or flight, is its baseline state of existence. It mistakes the intensity of these survival chemicals for the feeling of being alive. It becomes, in a way, addicted to the storm. Chaos feels like home. Drama feels like passion. Anxiety feels like productive energy. So when you heal, you are not just changing your mindset. You are going through a profound neurochemical recalibration. You are gently weaning your nervous system off of the adrenaline of survival and teaching it to trust the quiet, gentle hum of safety. This new state of regulation, of peace, will feel incredibly foreign at first. It can feel empty. It can feel flat. It can feel boring, because it lacks the familiar, high-intensity spike of the stress hormones it has been running on for your entire life. You have not lost your spark. You have just stopped setting yourself on fire to feel warm. Now, here is the other side of the story. Sometimes, it is not just you who thinks you've become boring. It is the people around you. And this can be a painful and lonely part of the healing journey. There are a few reasons why other people might be uncomfortable with your newfound peace. The first is that you are no longer a source of drama. Many social bonds, unfortunately, are built on a shared foundation of gossip, of complaint, of chaos. When you stop participating in the drama, when you stop feeding the cycle, it can be a jarring mirror to the people who are still living in the storm. Your peace can highlight their own lack of it, which can be deeply uncomfortable for them. The second reason is that your new boundaries are boring. A person at peace has strong, healthy boundaries. You no longer overgive, you no longer engage in unhealthy dynamics, you no longer play the role of the endless caretaker. For people who benefited from your lack of boundaries, your newfound health is inconvenient. They might call you distant, or selfish, or boring, because you are no longer a boundless resource for their own needs. And the third reason is that you are no longer a project. Many people are drawn to those they can save or fix. It gives them a sense of purpose and validation. When you heal yourself, when you find your own wholeness, you take that job away from them. For someone who needs to be a rescuer, your peace can feel like a rejection of their role in your life. It is a painful truth that as you heal, some of the people in your life will not be able to come with you. They were comfortable with the version of you that was living in the storm, and they are not ready or willing to join you in the quiet harbor. So how do we learn to cherish and protect this new, quiet, and sometimes boring peace? The first step is to rename the feeling. When that old, familiar voice whispers, "This is boring," I want you to gently correct it. Say to yourself, "This is not boredom. This is peace. This is regulation. This is the feeling of my body finally being safe." You are giving your experience a new and truer name. The second step is to learn to find the joy in the gentle. Your brain is used to getting its hits of excitement from high-intensity, often negative, experiences. Now, you must train it to find joy in the sustainable and the serene. Savor the taste of your morning coffee without scrolling on your phone. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin without thinking about what you need to do next. Notice the beauty in a quiet, connecting conversation that has no drama in it. You are teaching your brain that peace is not the absence of life, but the presence of a deeper, quieter, and more profound kind of aliveness. The third step is to curate your garden. Be mindful of the energy you allow into your newfound harbor. This is the time to surround yourself with people who also value peace. People who can sit with you in a comfortable silence. People whose nervous systems feel regulated and safe. People who are not looking for a storm to navigate, but a calm sea to sail alongside you. And finally, you must allow yourself to grieve your old self. It is okay to miss the person you were in the storm. That person was a fighter, a survivor, a brilliant navigator of chaos. Honor them. Thank them for getting you through. And then, gently let them go. You do not need those skills in the same way anymore. You are no longer a warrior. You are a gardener. And your job now is to tend to the beautiful, quiet, and peaceful garden of your own heart. You are not boring. You are a warrior who has finally found a place to rest. Your peace is not an absence of personality. It is the radiant, powerful, and undeniable presence of your authentic self. Finally feeling safe enough to come out of hiding. And there is nothing more exciting, more beautiful, or more alive than that. If this video was helpful for you, please show your support by clicking the like button. To continue this journey of healing, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. And if you know someone who is learning to embrace their own quiet harbor, please share this video. It might just be the validation they need to trust in their own peace. Thank you for watching. Your peace is a superpower.